there are a lot of girls who aren't gonna be into what I do and like my
Of
look, and I'm
course.
totally okay with that. I don't fucking care. I just want to be like friends, you know, like how everybody does. That's how the people who follow me and stuff. That's how they've gotten on my radar.
Yeah.
They're the ones who fucking respond to shit and retweet shit, and eventually you become familiar to me, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this guy is always there for me. Hey, bud, you know, like, and then I talk to them. It's the same.
Well,
Anyway.
and you have to realize, like, I talk to a lot of people. I don't talk to okay, that's a lie. That's a blatant fucking lie. I don't talk to a lot of people. But at the same time, I want to talk to a lot of people, and so it takes a lot of courage for me to be like, you're really cute, please sit on my face. Because that's pretty much my introductory to everybody I think is attractive, because it's like, just sit on my face, it'll be fine.
Right.
So I don't always get positive responses to that. Like, some people are like, no. And so you and Yvonne both responded to me for that.
Well, okay, so again, you got to understand from my standpoint that I'm just still in this mode where I've just been doing amateur stuff. I was doing amateur stuff. I quit my old life just to like try to see if I could do this for some kind of money type stuff. And I get on, I made a little Twitter, and it's just whatever happens. And now all of a sudden, like, I know you described yourself as looking like you roll around in a dumpster, but to me, you are this successful, and you are, you know what I mean? But like first impressions, a beautiful cam girl is tweeting at me, who the fuck am I, right?
Yeah.
Asking if, I think the quote was something like, can I please have, or just have, I can't remember which, but it was, can I please have Robin Biggs 14 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And then immediately it was just like, replied.
You're like, yes.
Yes. And that's always really tricky too. When someone sends me that, I'm like, how do I respond to this to be like,
you have to do some research.
I am interested. You're cool. I am responding, and I'm not responding in a finite way. Like, wasn't that a cute little Twitter interaction? Like, we should keep talking, you know? That's always tricky.
Well, because you don't want to oversell it if it's somebody you're really not into, but you don't want to undersell it if it's somebody you are into.
Right.
Because then, like,
it's tough.
It is.
I don't have I couldn't give you the proper mathematical equation, listeners, for the right way to respond to someone you like on Twitter.
It's different for everybody.
Yeah.
You and I luckily have very similar personalities. We both talk too much.
Mm-hmm.
We both like to talk about really weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
And we both like to have way too much sex with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And as Robin's about to spit beer everywhere.
I swallow.
Oh, so do I.
I was actually in the process when I was saying that. I was like, no, I swallowed it. But then my brain hard corrected that phrase, just like, make it sex. Boom.
Yeah, no, it's hard. Interacting with people is difficult.
But that's, so long story short, she tweeted at me, and then I tweeted at her, and now I'm in her house for several days. But no, I actually, like, Geisha's a fucking hard worker. She's on cam, like, every fucking night. Like, even when she's, like, content with the amount of money she's made for the month, she's like, well, I got nothing.
I don't have anything to fucking do.
Yeah, right. So, she's on there all the time, so I would just jump in and catch her here and there. And that's the other fun thing, and I'm so glad. I was worried, because we've had these... Geisha and I have had this conversation 50 times already, and I'm always, every time we talk, I'm like, shush, save it for the podcast. You know?
Yeah.
Because, like, it's hard to recreate genuine, like,
excitement
things,
or whatever, yeah.
But it's like, I'm just as happy to be like, oh, and then we talked about this, let's talk about this now.
Yeah.
And then I fucking lost it. Oh! I don't fucking believe people when they tell me, and then when I say, correction, when you guys are telling me that you think I'm really cute and hot and blah, 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 when I'm full up in drag and stuff. You guys, as in the listeners.
Yeah.
I believe you. And it means a lot, and thank you. But when fucking Geisha Monroe, or I'm like, even like Bailey's tweeted at me a couple times that she thinks I'm cute.
I love Bailey.
I don't fucking believe you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because, okay, let me just give you some background.
So you don't believe when I say you're beautiful?
I do now.
Oh, okay.
Because you can't lie. The look she gives me when we're making out, you can't make that shit up. When I was a kid, in younger, when I was trying to go for girls, and I think we, again, had this conversation, I should stop saying that, I wasn't the pretty guy, you know? Like, I wasn't. It's back, especially back when this was before the concept of, like, oh, I can be something other than
Binary.
masculine man, you know? Like, I was used to, it's the thing, and then this is why I'm always honest with people, too. It's the thing where I would go up to girls and tell them that I really liked them. Like, you know, you see in movies, like the cute, nerdy boy goes up to the girl, and they're like, I do like you. I just couldn't say it, you know? But, like, so I would go up to these girls, like, and I'm talking, like, 4th, 5th grade, and then middle school, you know? Like, just when you're learning to socialize.
Oh, yeah.
You go up to these girls, and you're like, I like you, you know?
Yeah.
There it is. And then their response is either they do or they don't.
Yeah.
And then you know.
Yeah.
And then you go home and cry about it.
Oh, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I know. Geisha knows, too. 'Cause she's going to say the same thing when I'm done taking up her time on my podcast.
What the fuck ever?
And I just, like, the worst thing in the world to me is when people lie to you to make you feel better.
Yeah.
So, and it happened a lot. And it just because these sweet, sweet people, they're not mean.
Yeah.
They're good. These girls are nice.
But they're unintentionally
they just
hurting
didn't
you.
want to hurt my feelings,
Yeah.
so they would, I don't want to use the word lead me on, but they're basically like giving you half answers so that you could hold on to this hope.
Which is the wrong thing to do.
And I'm totally not I'm saying any, like, I'm not giving any secrets. Everybody who's listening to this has had that happen to them.
Or has done it to somebody.
Or has done it to people. Which is why I'm immediately like, this is not currently.
Thanks,
well, yeah, anyway.
You can say thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah.
I mean.
But I know that. I know because it happened to me, and I know how it made me feel. And it wastes your time. Yeah. I could move on and go to different targets, you know.
And it drains
targets,
you emotionally.
Jesus Christ. But yeah. I know I do that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the girls that tell me that I'm cute also know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then when I'm like, hey, actually, you're cool. And they go, oh my God, you're so cute. You're so hot. I'm just way into you. I'm way into your look. You could say that on Twitter to someone, and it doesn't mean anything. Because you're just like, you do feel that way about them, but bye.
But I wouldn't actually. I probably
yeah,
wouldn't
but like,
say
where does that go? But I don't know that. You see what I mean? So like, this whole came up because I kept going into her rooms, watching her chatterbait stuff, just like had it on the background.
Too.
Well, too, and it's your space, and I don't want to like kick down the door and be like, "Hey, it's me, Robin Banks, the Robin Banks."
I just when he comes into my room and literally emotes that he's kicking down the fucking door when he comes in my room. So you coming in and like talking is totally cool. And why would I not want somebody cool in my room that also has a following?
Yeah, right. That also has a following.
Yeah,
it's good. It's we had like 3,000 people on our show.
2 nights in a row.
Yeah,
or did we hit 4,000?
And I averaged like 900 on like a good day.
Well,
and you do your numbers.
Well, I guess if I can do a good solo show and hit almost 2,000 by myself, but that's on a really good day. That's a really good day.
I think I'm gonna put a ding sound effect every time we tangent.
Your time is up, sir.
Ding! No, just like how it was on one thought, and then immediately you start to we just switch to chatterbait.
So you just know.
Just this goddamn long story. I will make it done. It's just that it literally took Geisha being in a Skype conversation with me, being like, I really like you. I would like you to visit. Like, please, you know, like,
yeah,
all that stuff. That is the level of confirmation I need from like a pretty girl.
Yeah.
For some reason, just I guess because, you know, that's just I don't believe.
I'm the same way. I totally get it. Well, and that's why.
And she keeps saying that about herself to me too.
Well, yeah. Well, because like, okay, your thing with like, you know, the gender binary thing, like, and obviously it's changed a lot more, and it's changed since we've been in high school. But when we were in high school, the sort of more feminine looking dudes were a thing. Emo was a thing when we were in high school. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I've always been attracted to boys that look like you because, like, you're cute. And then, but you have a masculine face and your haircut's cool and I like your body and whatever.
She keeps getting lost when she just starts describing.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
So, I don't know where I was going with that besides the fact that you shouldn't think you're not attractive just because you.
I know.
Yeah, whatever.
But again, to me, you're gorgeous. And I think other people will say the same thing. I don't have to clarify that to me.
Let's clarify. Geisha's disgusting.
And so because of that, like, I needed you to literally, like, sign the contract saying, like,
validate
this is not a half thing to make you feel good about yourself. And again, it's like to me in my head,
Do you know?
I'm just a nerdy piece of shit.
So am I.
Who's having a good time.
Have you seen
And I'm
my
lucky to be here. And I really am. Like, that's how I feel about everything all the time. It's just, I'm very lucky to be here. I'm thankful for everything. But to have, like, gorgeous people, like, come at me, it's just like, well, I'm gonna need you to sign that. Like,
well,
you know what I mean?
Do you know how validating it was for me to go in your Twitch stream and, like, your goal is, like, I'm going on a trip to see Geisha Monroe, and I'm just like...
Yeah, I didn't...
and it was on my TV, and I was sitting here, and I'm like...
I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell Geisha. I was like, hey, Geisha, is it cool if I put this as a goal? Because you said you wanted to see me.
No.
So I was just like, well...
I was more
I gotta put a goal up for this Twitch stream.
I was amazed.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, he really wants to come see me. And I was like, he's not gonna hit the goal. His fans don't give a fuck. And then you hit the goal, and I was like...
Here comes the money.
I was like, holy shit. And then you're like, I want to come up, like, next week. And I was like, holy shit! Like, it just kept, like, it was, like, snowballed into just me being like... Oh,
well, the night I decided to come, when I decided to come, I was like, yeah, we should totally visit. Yeah, totally. And then throughout the night, Geisha just kept repeating. She was like, if Robin was here right now, I would totally have sex with him. If Robin was here right now, we'd totally be having sex. If Robin was here... So I was like, okay, I'm going to be there Tuesday. Okay, I'm getting in my car. You can't just keep promising me this and then not expect me to be like, okay, I can fit you in on Tuesday. Hey guys, it's Robin. Thanks for listening to this preview of the latest episode of the OverANALysis podcast featuring Geisha Monroe. Part 1, actually. It's a two-parter, so look forward to the stunning conclusion of that conversation sometime in the near future. If you liked what you heard and you want to hear the full version of that podcast or any of the other podcasts I've shot so far, please consider checking out my Patreon, links to which have been provided in the comment sections below. I am so close to hitting my $420 a month goal, which is not a wee joke, by the way. That's literally what my rent is. So all I need is like maybe a baby-sized handful of people to stop by and check it out, and I'll be golden on the money front. Okay, cool. I don't want to waste any more time pitching shit to you guys, but you do get some cool video game, podcast, porn perks, so yeah. As always, thanks to my current group of patrons. Y'all rock. Once again, thanks for listening, and don't forget to tune in for the next episode of the OverANALysis podcast. See you then.